Avec Monsieur Latchem qui veut parler du projet Wanklyn avec Madame Barbe. Bonsoir, Monsieur Latchem.
Bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Madame Barbe, I would like to know a little bit about the Project Wanklyn because I see that there's already a lot of traffic on Lafleur, and the Wanklyn project has parking for a lot of cars, and it's going to cause a lot of problems, I think, with a huge number of people influx in here. I've heard stories that this is supposed to be a sort of a TOD, but I think it's more car-oriented development. But you could, a COD, you could prove me wrong about this if you have assurances that you've made arrangements with CP and the AMT for more trains and to move the station. Is there actually paper on this, or is this pie in the sky?
Thank you for the question. Madame Barbe.
Good evening, Mr. Latchem. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, this TOD is to be created. It's not there yet. It is to be created, and we are in a working progress with IMT to make them move the train station from where it is right now on Island Street, very close to the Boulevard LaSalle, and to bring it more toward this project. And on the second hand, we are working as well with the STM to make them move the terminus from Lafleur corner Newman, like 2 corners more north, a corner Wanklyn and Lafleur. And many people, around this section, not many people, I should say 2 or 3 citizens were asking many times, why do you insist to build a high-rise project? Why don't you just build like 3 stories all over the piece of land? But the thing is, at the end, we will be, the promoter will be building the same amount of rent, if I should say, or same amount of condo, or same amount of doors on the same piece of land, but it will leave open big green space in parks or walkways. So instead of filling the field, existing field, with 2 or 3 stories building, he preferred to do more green space and less buildings, but a little bit higher, because we can do it because we are next to the ramp coming out of the bridge, Mercier Bridge. So, it's the same number of cars you're going to get at the end, because it's going to be the same number of apartments being built.
Thank you, Mrs. Barbe. So we're going to proceed with the second question. Go ahead, Mr. Latchem.
Well, I was just seeing that Henry Aubin saw a lot of reports that over 7 or 8 stories, like in Paris, these tall things degrade the city. Up to a certain point, the concentration is an advantage, but after a certain point, it starts to become on the tail end of the bell curve. I think this is too high.
Thank you for the question. Mrs. Barbe? No?
Mr. Latchman, you see, if you saw the project, we're going to start building low, like 2-3 stories, very close to the existing buildings, and going toward Lafleur, where is the ramp coming out of the bridge, then it's a ditch there. There's nothing. So it's going to be higher buildings right there. We prefer to have the same quantity of apartments in less buildings and leaving green spaces and parks as well, and walkways.
Thank you, Mrs. Barbe. Thank you, Mr. Latchem.